What's happening, brothers and sisters? It's your brother Evil Jesus, liberator of the people. And today, I want to come to talk to y'all about knowing thyself. I noticed that a lot of times, a lot of us say you have to know thyself. But then as soon as you say you have to know thyself, you attach that onto some type of belief or some type of culture. Like, you'll say know thyself and then have pictures of the pyramids or something like that. Or know thyself and be speaking of something about the Moors, or know thyself and be speaking about something about the Hebrews or whatever. And all of that is not knowing thyself. That's might be knowing thy culture or knowing thy history. But when it comes to knowing thyself, that's when it comes to knowing you, who you are. Like, I know this about myself, that when I'm not on that loud or that alcohol for a long time, me without no type of intoxication or whatever, I'm ultra nice and ultra respectful, even to the point of being naive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let a lot of shit slide or let a lot of shit go or look over a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when I taste that loud, it brings up another side of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it brings up, I don't let shit slide. I be on top of shit, and my mind is much more quicker to react and respond to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And through my understanding and knowing myself about that, now I know how to conjure up that other side of me without needing the marijuana or whatever to bring that side forth, because I understand, I know myself enough to know about those two parts of me, and now I can bring forth that part to get that other side of thinking or that other side of me reacting at will, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's one thing that I know of thyself. Another thing that I know of thyself, and I'm just being honest, is when it comes to dealing with women, that before, if I'm intrigued by a woman or whatever, I notice that before I have sex with them, they can't do no wrong, damn near. They like goddesses, you know what I'm saying? Like what somebody would call or refer to as a goddess to me. You know what I'm saying? They can't do no wrong. They great. They so beautiful. They all up. I damn near put them on a pedestal sometime. But once we have sex or whatever, they become human to me. And what I mean by they become human to me, I start noticing all their mistakes, all their bullshit, all the games they be goddamn trying to play, and they become boring to me. You know what I'm saying? Women in general, I noticed that about myself. So to combat that, instead of just laying with women and taking a relationship through sex first, I know that I gotta meet a woman that can intrigue me. You know what I'm saying? Can intrigue me without sex. You know what I'm saying? That she have to have something, a X factor almost, to keep me around, because sex alone won't keep me around, and probably won't have the men out here in this world around, at least. You know what I'm saying? So I noticed that about myself. I noticed that sometimes the thought or the idea of doing something is greater to me than actually doing it. So once I realized that, now I can work on the ideas much more effectively, because I know that the thought of it is greater than doing it to me sometimes. So go ahead and get it done. And once I start getting stuff done, like majorly, even like learning how to do videos, shoot videos, edit videos and stuff like that, once I start seeing little finished products, I was like, damn, I can do that shit. The feeling of accomplishment push me past the thought process of doing things to the working process of doing it. And that's just knowing myself, knowing what type of human being that I am. You know what I'm saying? So, brothers and sisters, when I say know thyself, I'm not speaking about no history, no religious beliefs, or no group understanding of anything. When I say know thyself, I'm talking about know thyself as a single person. See, you got to study yourself like you try to study all this knowledge of other motherfuckers, of other ancestors and other people. You study all this stuff, study all this stuff, study all this stuff, but you don't know who you are. You don't know what makes you tick. You got to study yourself, honestly, like you study all this other stuff. And once you study and learn yourself, then you know how to make yourself work to bring yourself forward to the best potential. So, my brothers and sisters, from the day forward, start to truly study thyself. Take all that other extra stuff out the way and study yourself. And once you learn yourself, then you can start to implement, all this ancient knowledge or ancient wisdom or wisdom and knowledge from other people and other situations. Because if you do that first, you're going to be everywhere. Hollering about you know thyself. But as soon as somebody say, okay, well, tell me about thyself, you're going to start, well, I descended from ancient kings and queens and all. That's not knowing thyself. That's knowing thy history or knowing thy culture. So my brothers and sisters, know thyself. And until next time, I am your brother in oppression, in love, in war, and in liberation. Evil Jesus.